I was about to sign the papers that would hand over my life's work, my company, to my son. The ink felt heavy in my hand, the weight of years, late nights, and sacrifices pressing down on me. I had built that company from nothing, and soon it would be his. I should have felt joy, pride, fulfillment. But that morning something felt off. The maid Layla had been unusually quiet. She was supposed to bring coffee as she did every morning, but when she entered the room carrying the tray, her hands trembled, and her face froze like she'd seen a ghost. The coffee cups were steaming, the aroma rich and familiar, but something about them made her step back, her eyes wide. Is everything okay, Layla? I asked, alarmed. She swallowed hard, shook her head, and didn't speak. Her silence was heavy, deafening. My chest tightened, a premonition crawling up my spine. I glanced at the table, and that's when I saw it. My coffee. The sweet aroma mixed with a bitter tang I didn't recognize. Someone had added something. First, I tried to dismiss it. Maybe I was imagining things. Maybe it was nothing. But the unease didn't go away. Over the past few weeks, subtle things had unsettled me. Calls she would take in another room, messages she deleted too quickly, excuses that didn't quite add up. I had chalked it up to stress, to paranoia, but now doubt gnawed at me with sharp teeth. I watched Layla pace the room, her hands wringing, her lips pressed tight. Finally, she whispered, "Sir, you need to see this." My heart sank. I followed her to the kitchen, where she opened the small trash bin. Crumpled in the corner were receipts, late-night deliveries to the house, gifts, messages printed out from a phone I recognized instantly. My wife's. I stared at the names, the addresses. There were multiple calls, texts, hidden accounts. And then I saw a photo, a hand resting on mine, but it wasn't hers. Not really. A betrayal I didn't want to see, captured in pixels. For a moment I questioned myself. Was I overreacting? Could I be misunderstanding? But the truth was undeniable. My life, my marriage, the trust I'd spent decades building. It had been quietly dismantled right under my nose. I remembered small moments that now stung like salt in a wound. The way she laughed a little too long at messages on her phone, how she would leave rooms suddenly, the excuses about work trips that never matched reality. Memories that had felt warm now carried a bitter aftertaste, each one a reminder of lies. I confronted her that evening. The house was silent except for the hum of the air conditioner. I placed the coffee in front of her, not the cup she thought she had served me, but the evidence of deception. "Why?" I asked, voice shaking but controlled. She looked at me with wide, tear-filled eyes. I didn't want you to know like this. I didn't mean to." "Didn't mean to?" I echoed, my voice breaking. "For months I trusted you. Every morning, every night. And you were this." She flinched at the word but didn't speak. There was guilt, yes, but also an attempt at justification. A tangled mess of loneliness, desires, and mistakes. I wanted to scream. I wanted to forgive. I wanted to turn back time and erase every subtle warning I'd ignored. But the truth was clear. The foundation of our life had cracked irreparably. In the following days, I wrestled with what to do. Hand over the company to my son or protect him from a future tainted by this betrayal. The weight of responsibility pressed on me. I realized I couldn't trust the people closest to me, not completely. Not anymore. Eventually, I made my decision. I didn't yell, didn't humiliate, didn't beg. I stepped back from signing the papers. I secured my company, my son's future protected, but not yet handed to him. And I left the house for the first time in years, breathing in the cool evening air, feeling the sting of heartbreak and the strange, quiet liberation of choice. The hardest moments aren't loud. They're not cinematic. They're quiet, small, intimate. They live in the freeze of a maid's face, in the coffee cup you think is safe, in the slow realization that someone you trusted completely is gone from the life you thought you shared. Walking away, I felt the ache of betrayal, yes, but also the spark of self-respect. Life would rebuild itself slowly, painfully, but with clarity. Trust could return someday. Not the same, not quickly, but I had learned something crucial. No matter how deep the wound, choosing yourself is never a betrayal. And that morning in that silent kitchen, watching Layla's frozen face, I understood. Betrayal is never just about the act. It's about the awakening. And I was awake.